I'm Dara, and I've been living in my self-converted Mercedes Sprinter van for 10 months now. To me, van life is about following my dreams. It's a spiritual journey. I invite you to come along and use me and this channel as inspiration and empowerment for you creating your dream life. Hey everybody, I'm out here in nature. Just kidding. I'm in the Home Depot parking lot and my van is just hitting 60,000 miles, and so there's different routine maintenance type things that I need to do on it. Mostly just changing some fluids. And so we're gonna change the oil, the transmission fluid, the steering fluid, and maybe some other things too. Yeah. Originally thinking about going out to BLM land somewhere out in nature to do it, which sounded really nice. But then I thought, what if I am missing a tool or something that I need? I don't want to be stranded out there. So, and I could just go right over here and get the tool that I need. So this looks like the perfect place to do it. There's nobody back in this back area part of the parking lot, so I think we're good. Okay, so I found out after looking for the place where I might fill my transmission fluid, after watching all these YouTube videos, it seemed like it should be pretty easy to find, but I was unable to find it. And after a bit of research, I found out that there isn't one on this van. So on the 4-cylinder 7-speed Mercedes Sprinter van, they don't have a dipstick or fill place where you can actually fill the transmission fluid. So there's a couple extra parts that are required, which a little bit stinks because I just drained it. So I literally have no transmission fluid inside there. So I'm going to have to order those parts. Luckily, after some research, I found that I could get them on Amazon. So I'm just going to get them sent here as soon as possible, but it looks like I'm going to be posting up in the Home Depot parking lot for a little bit. But yeah, these are those parts. You need one of these pumps to actually pump the transmission oil up into the transmission via the drain plug. And then you need one of these refill adapters, which screws onto the drain plug, and then I think it lets fluid in but not out. And then the thermometer you use to be able to check the temperature, because that lets you know that you have the right amount of fluid in there. So it seems like Mercedes has probably done this to make it harder to do DIY projects. But we're going to make this happen. So I'm gonna order these parts and hopefully they get here soon. To be continued. Thank you for this food. Wow. This is so flavorful. You want some? Ready? took all the trees, put them in a tree museum. And they charged all the people $1.50 just to see them. But don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They made paradise and put up a parking lot. Good morning, everyone. It is October 5th, which means that today is the day that the special tool comes in, so I can finally leave the Home Depot parking lot. It did rain a lot last night, but it looks pretty dry out now. Yeah, all right. But, you can see it rained quite a bit. I'm gonna get my day started, and just like prepare for the park getting here. Then hopefully we can be on our merry way. Cool. Yes. So I just checked on Amazon and it says my order isn't going to be arriving until Thursday, which today's Monday. So, or today's Tuesday? Anyways, that's a couple extra days that I really feel like I don't need to be here. So luckily I'm here in Home Depot. I'm going to try to find a different option. See if they have some sort of pump that's going to allow me to get the transmission fluid up into the van. All right, so I think I may have found something. I found this multi-use pump, which is sold here in the automotive area. So that's promising. And then this siphon pump, which looks like it's being used for a lawnmower, but the tubing that it comes with, the tubing looks just about the right size. So I'm gonna go with this. Hopefully this works. These like each cost like $10, which is, you know, like $150 cheaper than what I got on Amazon. So I'm just gonna give this a shot. All right, time to get started. So what we're really looking at now is getting under there and taking the pan off. I already drained the transmission fluid, undoing the drain plug, which came from this spot right here. It has like an Allen key type thing. This is a 6mm hex tool, so we just unscrewed that out of there. And when you pulled it out, the fluid just starts pouring out of there. Then after doing that, we're going to undo all of these 6 stretch bolts along the side. These are 8mm. Starting to drip some more fluid. Let me get that back. Drop the tool right in the tub. All right. See if we can just screw it off. Ooh. Okay, so now I'm going to very carefully drop this pan down. Oh, still have one corner. The 7th bolt. Can you go forward? Yes. So after it goes forward, then you can kind of turn it 90 degrees, and then drop it down. Wow. Oh my gosh, finally. And it is starting to rain something fierce. You know, in terms of cleaning the pan, I know that it needs to be dry and free of any foreign materials before you put it back in there. So I think I'm just going to wait for a little bit and see if the weather just dies down within the next hour or so. So yeah, one thing after the other. All right, it sounds like it stopped raining out there. I ended up only having to wait like about an hour. Yeah. All right, let's try to get this job done. All right, so this is the pan. It's actually pretty clean. I'm not seeing any metal shavings or anything in there or any glimmer. But here's the magnet, and the magnet does have, you know, some soot on it, which I guess is just like metal from the transmission that gets inside here, and then it kind of like gradually gets pulled over there. But yeah, so I'm gonna dump this out, and I'm gonna take off this gasket because it's gonna be replaced. Clean off this magnet. I'm gonna pay attention to where this magnet actually is. So I'm gonna take a picture of that because I guess it's important to put it right back where it was. And then just spray this thing with brake cleaner and rinse it off really good, and then make sure it's dry before I put it back in. Filter, which is dropping a bunch more oil. All right, that's on there. It just kind of pops in. One more night camping in the Home Depot parking lot. It's honestly, it's been frustrating, but all the downtime that I've had has actually been really awesome. I've worked on a lot of music. I learned a song. I've gotten some reading done, but I am running quite low on water, and so I haven't been doing my dishes because I need to have water to spray down the transmission pan and make sure that I have water for that. But I'm on my last pair of underwear, have been for the last couple days. I need to do laundry, and I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to get out of here, but one more night, then tomorrow's gonna be a sunny day. At least that's what the weather says, and then we'll be free to go. All right, see you guys. All right, we got a nice bright and sunny day, so let's get this thing done. The pan's all nice and clean and ready to be installed. I got the plastic plug back on there, which is going to help fill it up and not let it drain back out. So you want to make sure this thing is actually completely clear of all contaminants. I can see I have like a little bit of debris right there. I'm gonna need to wipe that off with a lint-free cloth. And I have these new transmission bolts, which are apparently important to get because I guess the bolts are only supposed to be used once. And they're supposed to be tightened to 4 Newton meters. So this is my first time using a torque wrench, but from what I gathered, you bring this to right where you want to be. So 0 equals 3.95, so that's pretty much perfect. If you go to the next one, which is 1, it's going to add 0.11 to it. So it's like I could go either way. I could actually bump it up just a little bit probably to that one, make it a little bit tighter. And then this is going to click once I've tightened it enough. I didn't see any videos talking about this, but my pan definitely has a place for a 7th bolt to go. So this one's quite a bit smaller, so this one I guess you do have to just use the same one. But yeah, there's like a little bracket that hangs down, and the same piece, this like that you zip tie onto here, that we took the zip ties off of. So I'm gonna tighten all of these right now to 4 Newton meters. I haven't felt it yet over here though. Got it. Got it right there. Yep, I can feel it again. Next, we're gonna put this drain plug adapter, fill adapter thing. And this is what allows us to pump fluid into the transmission. Okay. And then one thing that you want to do is measure how much fluid you actually took out, or how much actually came out of the transmission. And mine was about 5 quarts. And so you're supposed to put that much back in plus an additional quart. It's feeling good. I almost felt like this project was never going to end. So now that we got all that fluid pumped in there, we're actually just going to leave it attached down there for right now. And we're gonna come up here and start the van. Okay, so what I'm doing right here is just giving it a moment, and in a few seconds I'm going to shift through each one of the gears a few times with my foot on the brake. And on each gear I just wait for a few seconds. All right, now let's go back under the van, and we're gonna use the infrared thermometer and just shine it directly at the pan to see if it's 45 degrees Celsius or 113 degrees Fahrenheit. You're not gonna believe what I did, but I just realized I forgot to put the magnet on the pan before I put the pan back in there. Left my magnet sitting right here. So luckily I have way more transmission fluid than I needed. I have 5 more quarts of this stuff. I'm gonna try to save as much as I can in the pan, but I gotta take this thing back off. So, shoot. Real wow, dude. Real freaking wow. Alright, it's getting pretty close. It's like 41 degrees. Remove this. Let it pour out. a really thick drain like that until it gets like a tiny stream, and then we're gonna plug it up with the drain plug. And that's how you get the proper level. All right, I think it's almost, all right. Yeah, that is up there. All right, so this will be set to 22 nanometers. All right, that's it. It's done. We did it. That was way easier than the length of time that it took to do it. But man, I've been here in the Home Depot parking lot for 4 days now on these Rhino ramps because I couldn't back off of them, because otherwise, when I was waiting for the pump to get here, how would I have driven back onto it after draining my fluid? So yeah, I've been basically doing everything at an angle. Cooking at an angle, sleeping at an angle. I got a crick in my neck at exactly the same angle. And anyways, thanks for watching the video. If you feel like this helped you, or you want more empowering videos, or if you want to follow me on my journey and get inspired, smash that notification bell, hit the like button, and just remember, if you're chasing your dreams or whatever you're trying to do out there, from my heart to yours, I love you and you got this. So my plan is to post up somewhere